Hi, this is James Yoko, most webcomics reviews and interviews. And today's tip of the day, A Little Flourish. When it comes down to a lot of the old-time Republic serial villains, we can recognize who the villain is because we know that when that person reaches for the mustache and gives it a little twist, he's the villain. He's happy about what he's doing, and bottom line is, it's an identifying trait. And that's sort of something you need to keep in mind is when you're starting to establish characters. Sure, you can do all the really cool, hardcore biographical data, but when it comes down to it, the readers are going to remember the cute little flourishes. They're going to remember those little details because each one of those is going to distinguish each character from each other. You know, if you have 20 characters, all of them happen to be wielding swords, then when you start differentiating who's got which kind of sword, well, all of a sudden that requires a little bit of thought on not only how they're using those swords, but it also allows the readers to identify who's who by, well, which sword is being used. Plus, if you have some sort of mystery going on, those little flourishes can not only be used to identify who the killer was, but they can also be used to frame somebody. I mean, let's get real. If we have somebody who runs around in peacock feathers all the time, and all of a sudden you find a peacock feather at the scene of the crime, yeah, who's the first person you're going to blame? And quite legitimately. Of course, most people recognize this as a red herring, and will basically treat it as such, but the bottom line is it was still sort of fun to set everything up and actually probably capitalize on it to some degree. On top of that, occasionally you're going to find that readers hook onto the silliest thing. It's just straight up. If I've got two different fighters and I've got one of them uses a particular fighting style that a reader happens to absolutely love, well, all of a sudden that character just became a major fan favorite of that particular reader. And that's sort of cool. That reader is now identified with the character in question and all of a sudden is basically reading just to keep up with whatever that character happens to be doing. In essence, when it comes down to it, you can do a lot of heavy lifting by just adding little detail. You can establish clues, you can establish readership, you can establish branding within the particular comic, and have a lot of fun with it. So when it comes down to it, remember to add a flourish. I hope this tip has helped. If it has, please check me out at webcomics reviews and interviews available at any podcast distributor near you. Thank you and have a great day.